Well, hello, hello, hello. I totally forgot my intro. So, hey, that is part of the whole podcast deal. A great thing to do with a podcast is to have a consistent intro and outro. Outro is also nice because then it's just a way to keep everything consistent. You want your listeners, your viewers, whoever, to. Oh my, I was not expecting that. If you have a consistent intro and outro, it's just a way to help distinguish you among the myriad of the cornucopia, the plethora, the too many podcasts that exist in 2023. And they're only going to get more. The cat's out of the bag. Podcasts make money. Podcasts are easy to set up. Thus, the lower the amount of effort to make a thing, the easier it is to monetize a thing. That's why I'm making one, partly. I mean, a lot of it is just testing out what can be done. Man, am I going to be upset if I started this somewhere else? And I want to say that I did, which, go me. Maybe I put it under my raw. Oh boy, Audacity. Oh, wait. I might be onto something here. All right, so episode 001 dash. So this today is 2023-08.06. And there's my intro. Here it is. Holy damn, y'all. This bitch is gonna be kick-ass. Let's dish the shit. I've decided that I like the shit versus this shit. So everybody already knows, this is a more adult-friendly, not so kid-friendly tutorial, walkthrough, and eventually the podcast. So you've been fairly warned. I'm going to leave that right there. Here's a little bit of behind the scenes. I'm going to go ahead and try to get this verified real quick off screen. Because I want that annoying little bar to go away. Because it's going to irritate me. And I don't like to be irritated, folks. If you like to be irritated, I bet you could make money off of that. Because, there are many ways that people can get irritated. But who do they irritate? It's who wants to be a basically literal punching bag? It's not how people want to spend their day. All right, so I'm just going to keep an eye on, actually, yeah, this has to be the one that I put it under. So I'm going to be keeping an eye over there. Oh, wait, never mind. I am a robot. Now let's send it. See how good I am at following instructions? And verify. And okay. This is telling me that I've been verified. So now I can close out of this one. So as you can see here behind the scenes, I'm testing out the free trial of Buzzsprout, hashtag not sponsored. But this was the quickest and easiest way to start testing this whole podcasting game. It was literally free for me to set all this up. I could have sworn that I did that, but it's because it's right there. Where did that go? Well, great. Now I'm gonna have to find. Well, hey, this is part of the game. So you're going to get to see here. Canva is what I use for my design work. And of course it didn't save it, because why would it have saved that? Let me go in here. Maybe if I can. No, it's not going to let me. That's fine. I can copy that. Because I want to put it right there. I wonder if it'll design with Canva. Will it remember the one I did before. Of course not. But we want to do 3,000 by 3,000 by 3,000. So, going to create a design. I'm going to make it custom. Custom size. 3,000 by 3,000 pixels. We're going to close that. This is going to be a thumbnail. I don't want to go pro. Thumbnail for the podcast Jackal Go On main. And the purple that I've been really digging, I believe, if I can go off memory here, is 5F139B. That looks about right. I then did... No, it was this one. So delete that. Make that full size. This clock. I wonder if it'll... Okay, so it's already done to that. Sure. We'll use that gray. And then we're going to center it right there. Now I need some text. Add this. I don't want to use Canvas Sans. I think, do I like Gotham? So for me, the big test is the difference there of of the zeros and the O's. And yeah, I like that Gotham, the O is much more of like a circle, and then the 0 is, well, how it is. So this is the Jackal Go On Podcast. That's roughly what it was before. Just got to change that like that. Let's see, what would 175 look like? 200 maybe? Okay. And boom, boom, boom. Download this. PNG, yep. It's working on the download there. See there? Okay, it says that it's done. So I can save that here in Buzzsprout. Jackal Go On, Playground to Explore. Yep, select the file. So from my downloads, the Jackal Go On main. There it is. Podcasts. This is not art. This is not business. Borderline comedy. Improv. I like that. Comedy improv. Fiction, history, government, kids and family, leisure. Ooh, leisure. It is kind of leisure. This is sort of leisure hobbies. Music, news, science, society, sports. Wow, look at all these categories. Technology, true crime, TV and film. Business, comedy, improv. I'm just going to leave this as leisure hobbies, because I'm mostly going to be talking about my hobbies, and actually, let's just say that the artist is Jackal Brute, and I do contain explicit material. Just going to get that out of the gate. Save it. Yippee, your podcast has been updated. Wonderful. Episode. Ooh, that's interesting. Or serial. I don't have any of that yet. Show all episodes. Keywords. None of that. Is your podcast about specific? It's going to be about a lot of stuff. Okay. Host and co-host. I have no co-host at this moment, and I don't know what that means. RSS feed. Ooh, some stats. Sweet. Had 4 downloads in the past 30 days. Gotta get those numbers up, folks. Come on. But that's really all that takes for that step. So that's what I'm going to be using for the hosting and publishing, whatever you want to phrase that as, for at least the next 80 some days, however long the free trial is. If this gets some traction, then I totally will keep it going. But Buzzsprout, I believe, is like $12, something like that, a month. So unless I can make $13 a month, you gotta have profit somewhere. On this podcast, there's no way it's gonna be worth my time. Like, unless I personally find it useful as like a documentation tool, but there's no guarantee of if it will or not. Time will tell. Time will definitely tell. Actually gonna go ahead and I've got some Bluetooth speakers here that will pair to my phone. That way, if the phone does go off, I will get the alert which I just realized it's on Do Not Disturb anyway. So turn off Do Not Disturb, and let's get ready to rumble. So hide my intro over here on the other screen and pull up Audacity. So Audacity is an amazing free tool to do audio recordings. I basically know nothing about this program, so any of you that do know more than I do, or even better yet, have a link to resources on how to use this tool, please do. I would like to learn better how to use this for some music recording. I've got a keyboard. I want to look into getting an electronic drum set, better known as a drum kit. And I think that this is obviously a great resource to do recordings of those and eventually, mix those tracks together. And in the meantime, I'm going to learn how to record, edit, and export in this tool. So without further ado, let's get right into this very much off the cuff podcast. Holy damn, y'all. This bitch is gonna be kick-ass. Let's dish the shit. Today, on this episode of Jackal Go On, I just want to tell you how my week's been going. Today is the night of August 5th, 2023, but it's 1 a.m. So I'm looking down here at the calendar, and it is spitting right back at me that it is the 6th. But I refuse to listen to you, you little numerical hourglass. If I want to call it the 5th, it's the fricking 5th. So what have I been up to the past week? Well, the big highlights were on Wednesday. The family, so me, the missus, and the currently solo offspring, along with my mother-in-law and my own biological mother, took a trip out to Hershey Park. That was Wednesday, so I took it a vacation day for that, and spent Thursday and Friday recovering. So that gives you a sense of what it was like taking a 2-year-old to Hershey Park. Learned a lot. Like, don't take them to amusement parks till they're at least able to walk for an entire day for themselves without a stroller. I also learned that a duffel bag is not a suitable replacement for a backpack as a diaper bag. So to any of you parents out there using diaper bags, I highly recommend you transition from the diaper bag to the diaper backpack. And don't be like me, have 2 or 3 backpacks. That way, like, each parent can have one. One of them has maybe the diaper gear and the other one the swimwear gear. I made the mistake of thinking, one duffel bag. There we go. Less bag. We'll throw the swim stuff. We'll throw the diapers. It'll all be chill. No, it wasn't chill. We had to, we made the decision to rent a stroller, which we really should have brought our own stroller or wagon. That's the real parenting pro tip. To Hershey Park, then we could have loaded up the kid, the bags, the stuff, the whatever, boom, right in the wagon and been off for a great day. Now, I'm not going to say, obviously, it was a great day already. We could have had an even greater, an even better day had we brought our own little wagon. I'm not a big fan of the current stroller we have. That's why I'm saying that's definitely something on the to purchase list here at the Barumba household. But I'm not sure when we'll go ahead and purchase that. We do have some funds, fortunately. Bonus points to anybody who wants to ask how. We've got some bonus funds sitting around. I'll be happy to tell you, but I got to know you want to hear it. I'm not just going to give away that information. No questions asked. Come on. What am I? Just doling things out for free? Oh, wait. Yes, I am. That was Wednesday. Thursday, Friday. I worked. Well, I was paid for work. And today, Saturday, August 5th, even though my calendar says August 6th, we had a family picnic on my mother's side, which led into a luau hosted by some dear friends of ours. They were actually a groomsman and bridesmaid in our wedding. So I think that's fair enough to say dear friends of ours. They live about... if Patrick Mahomes threw a stone, that's about the stone's throw that they are away. Pretty sure he's currently got the biggest cannon in the NFL. And if you know of somebody who can throw farther than Patrick Mahomes, put a stone in their hand, throw it. That's about how far they live from our front door. I kid you not. I think Google Maps says it. You know what? Hold on. I'm going to tell you exactly what Google Maps says if you just give me See, this is where we're slowly teaching, the little guy has to learn how to, well, that's weird. He's learning how to count, and so he seems very interested in, like, when we count down things. I don't know why, kid just does. There it is. Okay, so a saved address. If I hit directions, okay, my bad. Google says it's actually a 10-minute car drive. Now, this is not distance as the crow flies, but just about 5.7 miles. So, yeah, pretty close. I could walk that if I was bound and determined enough, because it doesn't require any highway. There's one weird intersection just off the highway that I would have to traverse, and that's definitely would be the scariest, dumbest part. Like, I've seen people walk across it, and I've thought to myself, you really should not do that. You are going to get hit, and they really shouldn't be at fault, because there is no crosswalk there. But this is America, folks. You are less important than a car. I am convinced that the way I've seen roads get built, the cars are, for whatever reason, more important than the people inside of them. Now, thankfully, if I can just get off my soapbox very, very quickly with one small minor note, we are at least designing cars to crumple like a paper lantern in a way that actually saves the driver and all passengers. But of course, now the driver, who probably needed that car in the first place, is out another how many thousands of dollars, unless their insurance is thebomb.com and can pay for them to get a new car, assuming that they're not head underwater with the car that they currently have. Love insurance. It's just a fantastic thing here in the United States of America that certainly keeps somebody rich, but these palms don't seem greased. So that was Wednesday. That was today. Do I remember anything I did last Saturday, last Sunday, last Monday or Tuesday? I know I worked Monday, Tuesday, because until y'all are paying me to produce this podcast, I'm stuck working a 9 to 5. Thank you very much. Why are you not downloading this podcast more, telling your friends, you know what, do this better. If this podcast annoyed you, tell your enemies. If you enjoyed this podcast, please tell your friends, family, and anybody else you can think of that would enjoy the drivel, sporadic nonsense that comes out of my mouth. Have I learned anything this week? Well, yeah, I learned about the Hershey thing. Parents, when you go to fill out your registry, like let's say you are expecting baby number 1, put on that registry wagon. And like, it might not make sense to people. Like, I'm not talking like the little Red Ryder wagons. I'm talking like industrial, like $200 worth of like, this sucker could be taken on like a 4x4 trail hooked up to the tow hitch type of wagon. You want something that's like, it will protect this child from an IED type of wagon. Like if it's not able to like flip over 180 and your baby's buckled in safely, it's not a good enough wagon. That's the level of wagon that I'm picturing that I would someday like to purchase. Am I ever going to purchase it? Probably not. Because the wagon I just described probably is 4 figures, not 3. And I'm barely willing to spend above the 3-figure mark for a wagon. What can I say, folks? I'm cheap. Again, I'm using a free hosting service. If y'all, to any of you who found this directly on Buzzsprout, I'm still on that free 90-day period. And depending on how this download trends go, I will not be extending it. Which I think is fine. Like, I gave it a shot. I'm seeing what it's like to download a podcast, put it out there, see how many people do anything about it, and we'll go from there. But that's been a day in the week of Jackal Brood, better known to the U.S. government as Jackson Broombaugh. Here, I guess, depending on how you start your weeks, what was Sunday? Sunday was July 30th. So the week of July 30th, that's how my week was. And that gets me to right about the 10-minute mark. So to any of you that were looking for just a 10-minute filler of something to listen to, and maybe you were bored, maybe you're doing a chore, maybe you're driving, whatever you may be doing, thank you so much for letting me be your co-pilot, your co-host, the little voice in your ear as you do whatever you do. I know for me, I'm a huge fan of podcasts because my brain needs to stay entertained. And if it's not got audio feed coming in, who knows where those brainwaves are going. So to avoid the crazy, I put in a podcast. So if you've been riding along here with Jackal Go On and on and on and on and on, I do appreciate it. As I said, tell your friends, download this episode, because from what I can tell, that's the only statistic I've got is feedback that you even listened. If you are looking to reach out to me, you can find me at Jackal Brewit, better pronounced Brute, which is fruit with a B, on the X, formerly and betterly known as Twitter. I could also be found at Boundless Jackal on the same app. Over on YouTube, I believe if you at Jackal Brewit, that will take you right to me. If you look up Jackson Broombaugh on YouTube, that should also be a way to find me. Please don't look me up on Facebook. I will not friend you unless I've interacted with you for more than a month. That's usually my policy. Unless I've met you in person or interacted with you on the internet for more than a month, you don't get to be my Facebook friend. That is exclusivity, folks. You got to keep something exclusive. I mean, for real. At Threads, pretty sure I went at Jackal Brute. So look it up there. Remember, Brute is not the typical UTE. It is UIT. You are looking at it, not the mean guy. If you want to know the difference, that's what Google's for. Go Google, define, BRUIT. It'll tell you a great definition. And with that, folks, thank you again so much for listening. How about you've done enough entertainment or whatever? Get off that couch, get out of the car, or at least if you're in the car, go drive somewhere and do something amazing. Okay. So, wait a minute, that's... Stop. My bad. Okay, so... Now, all of you on YouTube back again. That's the first step of recording a podcast. The next step here is trimming down the audio. So I've got about... What is this? $10 minutes raw. So what I'm going to do just for my own reference here is I'm actually going to export this as is. From what my research that I've seen is exporting as an MP3 is probably the best way to go. So I'm going to back out of this. Organization is vital, folks. The better organized you can be, the better you are prepared for the future. So this is going to be the -raw file. 2023-08-06. I am doing this by calendar year, not by what my mentally brain is telling me that today is. Because as I mentioned in the podcast, it is totally August 5th for me still. So this is giving me a chance here on the MP3 file to fill out some data. So yep, that's my name. This is going to be episode 1. 2023-08-06. The album title. It's going to be the podcast title, Jackal Go On. Track number 1, year 2023. Genre, I think I left that blank maybe. Actually, you know what? Hold on. I'm about to find out. So if I go in here, go into there. Ooh, look at this. I did a making of notes. How nice am I to future me? So this will now be the making of notes, episode 1. Go ahead and load that here. Manage. I do trust. Trust that folder. Okay. Making of episode 1, 2023-08-06. Author is Jackson Broombaugh. I recorded this on the 6th. Uploaded then. So I actually uploaded this on the same day that I recorded it, just never uploaded my notes there. And that's telling me, so last one took me 15 minutes to record, that. Okay. So I did not make a note of the other stuff. So I wonder if I go here into properties maybe? Properties, details. I can't make that bigger. That's interesting. But that's fine. Genre is vocal. Okay. I like that. Genre's vocal. Yeah, that's a good one. So genres, vocal, no comments. Properties, details, number 0. Very nice. Very, very nice. And then probably what I'm going to do is, there's no reason for these to be as a folder broken down like that. So these are actually going to just become episodes, and then those are actually going to get moved into there. Oh, there, I could have actually, oh, my bad. Hold on, load. Look at the stuff that I did for myself. Like, oh, yep. Look at that. Look at that. So this is episode 1, 2023, 08, 06. Track number uno. Actually, leave that blank. Save. Raw. Audacity. Jackal Go On. Save it. Yes, I do want to replace this. So this is now episode 1. And okay. All right, so now as a backup, I've got my raw file here. From what I remember, I don't really need to trim much. But just a heads up, y'all, this might start to sound weird, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to start listening from my own speakers to get a sense of, like, you know, how was this too much lag? In fact, I can already tell that's way too much. So be fair warned. Oh, crap. Okay. Back to the beginning. I forgot that I have to adjust. Yeah, I want. Holy damn. Yeah, so that click that I made, that's actually a really great spot there to trim, like, just after it. So trim from there. Trim from there. Holy damn, y'all. This bitch is gonna be kick-ass. Let's dish the shit. Today on this episode. So this is where I could get. Holy damn, y'all. This bitch. Did I tell you to start playing? Apparently I did. I'm so sorry. I did not mean to give you that impression. Stop that. So yeah, I want today. Want that to be there. That is about 2 seconds worth from there to there. It'll tell me actually my selection is. That can't be right. It's not 8 seconds. Oh, it's from. Yeah, it is 2 seconds because that's start to finish. I got you. I'd rather see duration. There it is. Started and duration. Yeah, so literally 2 seconds, but I think that's okay. Holy damn, y'all! This bitch is gonna be kick-ass. Let's gonna be kick-ass. Let's gonna be kick-ass. Dish shit. How did I do that? Let's gonna be kick-ass. Let's go. How in the world did I just do this? No loop, please. Holy damn, y'all. This bitch is gonna be kick-ass. Let's dish the shit. Never mind. That is... How is this doing that? I don't want to loop. Stop looping! Holy damn, y'all. This bitch is gonna be kick-ass. Let's dish the shit. Huh. I have no idea how that's happening. But that's okay. That's why I'm still learning. So with that being as long as it is, I think I just want to trim like 1.5 seconds. So roughly like there. Holy damn, y'all. This bitch is gonna be kick-ass. Let's dish the shit. Today on this episode of Jackal Go On, I just want to tell you how my week's been going. Today is the night of August 5th, 2023, but it's 1 a.m. So I'm looking down here at the calendar, and it is... Okay, and I pretty much remember how this went down, so let's just see how the last, 2 minutes happened. 30th. That's how my week was. And that gets me to right about the 10-minute mark. So to any of you that were looking for just a 10-minute filler of something to listen to, and maybe you were bored, maybe you're doing a chore, maybe you're driving, whatever you may be doing, thank you so much for letting me be your co-pilot, your co-host, the little voice in your ear as you do whatever you do. I know for me, I'm a huge fan of podcasts because my brain needs to stay entertained. And if it's not got audio feed coming in, who knows where those brain waves are going. So to avoid the crazy, I put in a podcast. So if you've been riding along here with Jackal Go On and on and on and on and on, I do appreciate it. As I said, tell your friends, download this episode, because from what I can tell, that's the only statistic I've got is feedback that you even listened. If you are looking to reach out to me, you can find me at Jackal Brewit, better pronounced Brute, which is fruit with a B, on the X, formerly and betterly known as Twitter. I can also be found at Boundless Jackal on the same app. Over on YouTube, I believe if you at Jackal Brewit, that will take you right to me. If you look up Jackson Broombaugh on YouTube, that should also be a way to find me. Please don't look me up on Facebook. I will not friend you unless I've interacted with you for more than a month. It's usually my policy. Unless I've met you in person or interacted with you on the internet for more than a month, you don't get to be my Facebook friend. That is exclusivity, folks. You got to keep something exclusive. I mean, for real. At Threads, pretty sure I went at Jackal Brute. So look at that. Remember, Brute is not the typical UTE. It is UIT. You are looking at it, not the mean guy. If you want to know the difference, that's what Google's for. Go Google, define, B-R-U-I-T. It'll tell you a great definition. And with that, folks, thank you again so much for listening. How about you've done enough entertainment or whatever? Get off that couch, get out of the car, or at least if you're in the car, go drive somewhere and do something amazing. Okay, so yeah, the ending's pretty decent there. From my last vocal to the end is 3 seconds. That's too long, so I want to chop about 2 seconds of that. Perfect. So now if I start here. How about you've done enough entertainment or whatever? Get off that couch, get out of the car, or at least if you're in the car, go drive somewhere and do something amazing. Perfect. Sweet. All right. So this is now going to be the not raw. So file, export as an MP3. Just going to remove the raw tag. All those look fine. Exporting, exporting, exporting. All right, so I should be done in Audacity. Sure, but then look at this. You tell me that I can't, so I won't. So, no. Alrighty. And then as a double check, what I usually do is I will play this through like the PC's option of choice. Holy damn, y'all, this bitch. Just get a sense of like how the volume goes. Holy damn, y'all, this bitch is gonna be kick-ass. That's definitely something on the to-purchase list here at the Broombaugh household. Paper lantern. And that gets me to right about the 10. So yeah, and then there I checked about 25, 50, and 75% mark. Nothing sounds weird. I cleaned up the intro and outro in Audacity, so I don't need to worry about those. The sound's fine at those 3 markers. So not mile markers, but sound markers, duration markers, whatever you want to call them. So this should be good to go. So I want to upload a new episode. Drag or choose a file. I'm going to go choose from VRAW, Audacity, Jackal Go On, episode 1, the not raw. Okay. And this is episode 001. Oh boy. Actually, hold on. I wanted to test something out here. So, Google decimal to hex. Actually, you know what? I don't need this. I've got a calculator for that. If you go from standard to programming, you can actually type in, and turns out that that is that. So what I'm going to do is I'll copy this. I'm going to Google hexadecimal, and that's what I thought, 06. So 06134B296. That is actually the date. So I'm assuming there it is. Okay. So now that I have that, it's time to share it across to my socials. So, okay, close out of that. There it is, episode 1, episode 0, and I've got 90 days to leave it up there. Everything's published, there's that. Here, let's check out the stats that I have. Yeah, all I've got is downloads, and then where those downloads came from. Oh, never mind, I've got a couple more options. Wow, 2 from iPhone users. Thank you, Apple users. I don't like the phone you chose, but hey, you have every right to do what you want to do. And all 4 from the United States. Wow. 1 from Brooklyn, New York. Altoona's close to where I live, and Greensburg's kind of on the west side of the state. So, cool. Not bad, not bad, not bad. And episode 1 uploaded, same day recorded. So I did a live stream to YouTube as a making of episode. All right, so there's my documentation. So there you have it, folks. That's how I make a podcast. It is that simple. This live stream just hit the 40-minute mark. And, you know, you didn't get to see the initially setting up the Buzzsprout account, but I kid you not, maybe took me 15 minutes. So downloading the Audacity, getting set up in Buzzsprout, count that as 15 minutes. So you're 30 minutes in. Hopefully, you have an idea or something to talk about. That'll take you another 15 minutes, let's say, to record and edit, assuming that you're not going to talk for an hour. If you talk for an hour, that's fine. There are podcasts out there that do go on and on longer than I do. And there's nothing wrong with that. If you've got content to fill an hour, kudos to you, truly. Like, it's not easy. And if you get yourself in front of a camera like this, now, of course, I've got some streaming set up that allows me to do the YouTube stream, but I kid you not, there are so many ways that you can record an audio file. Most cell phones, if you have a smartphone, you can look up audio recorder app in Play Store. Probably going to be thousands, at least hundreds of options. You can record the audio file from your phone. You can then upload it to a Google Drive. From the Google Drive, you can carry it over to Buzzsprout, and boom, you are on the internet. Your voice saved out there for possibly 90 days, unless you pay for the upgrade on Buzzsprout or whatever site you use, and you're live. So it's that simple. It would take, I'm going to say all in, 2 hours of your time, even if you hit hurdles and bugs. And hurdles and bugs are great. That's how you learn. Make mistakes often, learn from them even faster. And eventually, either you're going to find an audience or you're going to realize that podcasting is not for you, and it doesn't have to be for you. Maybe streaming. If you have questions on how I have my little stream set up here, please drop your questions in the comments below. I would love to answer your questions. I would love to hear your constructive criticism. And if you just want to be a troll, bring it. This is a safe space for trolls. Because guess what? You trolling just helps the fact that you commented, liked, disliked, interacted, shared, whatever. We've literally built an internet where trolling is counterproductive for the troll. Unless you get me to react. Now, if your goal as the troll is to piss me off, well, now that's on me to not let you get to me. But if you're not a troll, which, hey, we all have our trolling moments. I've trolled before. You've probably trolled before. We're all a troll. It's okay. It's not if you are, or it's not to troll or not to troll. It's how frequently do you troll? At least that's my attitude. If I can keep my trolling to like less than 10%, it's been a good week. But as you can see here, you can find me on the formerly betterly known as Twitter app, both at Boundless Jackal. That's kind of my smaller, more frequently checked and interacted with Twitter, or my older, bigger, less posted at Jackal Brute. So as I was saying repeatedly during the podcast, that truly is pronounced Brute, at least according to Google. If y'all want to call that Bruit, I get it, but just think, fruit. How do I pronounce fruit? Fruit, Brute. Fruit with a B. It's that simple. Jackal Brute. Like I said, it has a great definition. Not giving that one away for free. I got to give you a little bit of homework to get you over to the Google. Drop me a like, subscribe. Last I checked, I'm at 55 subscribers. That is some weak sauce numbers. I got to get myself up to 1,000 if I ever want to monetize this channel. So please help me. Share with a friend as I put in the podcast. If you did not like this video, send it to an enemy. I'll feel even better. You hopefully can just piss them off even better. It's a win-win-lose where you win, I win, and they lose. How great is that? So come on. But with that, we're going to wrap this up. So please get off the YouTube and go do something